can't see the back of my screen, so I don't know why. Some reason. Huh. Weird. Let's see, display. There we go. Wow. Alright, anyways, here's my 1997 Harley Sportster 1200 with a nice big old dent down the side of the gas tank. Looks like somebody dropped it into something, I don't know what. Anyways, we just took this thing for a ride, and it rides perfect. I put my old saddlebags back on there. This used to be, or this is identical to the bike I used to have, which is a 95 1200. I built it back in the day when you could not get a motorcycle. Couldn't get one, Harley Davidson. And you had to be on a waiting list for a year, which I was. I went on a waiting list for a year, and went to get my bike. They said, come back in a year. So I went back about almost a year. I didn't quite wait that long. But anyways, went back. My name was not on this list. Somebody had erased it. And anyways, so I was walking out the dealership. I saw a engine just like this setting on the dealership floor. No frame, no nothing. I said, can you buy that? And the guys told me, yeah, you can buy the engine. He said, but you can't get a frame for it. The factory won't even sell you one. You have to buy the whole bike. By the way, it's got a crack right here on the fender. I'm assuming when somebody bolted this quick detachable sissy bar deal on there, they did something wrong, and it's cracked my fender. Well, I can weld that. I really could care less, but I'll weld it so it don't keep cracking. But anyways, so I went ahead and ordered me a frame from, well, I tried to order me a frame from a frame shop, and they wanted $5 grand for the frame. I said, well, I don't want to pay $5,000 for a frame. It was a soft tail looking frame, and company was called Atlas Pro Magnum, actually. And so I asked the guy, has anyone else bought your frame? He said, yeah. I said, well, if you can talk to one of them, see if they'll sell me their old frame, I'll buy it. So I did. I bought a frame from a customer of Atlas Pro Magnum, and they shipped it from California. Had a beautiful paint job on there, real nice paint job, but no front end. So they kept the front end off their frame, and I got the frame. I think I got a rear tire. I can't remember what all came with it, but it did not come with the front end, so it probably didn't come with the back wheel either. But anyways, I paid $1,750 for a used frame. Put my motor on there, got whatever parts I needed, and I put a front set of forks off of a Yamaha, I can't remember what it was, Virago, I think. Had the front axle went through on this section that was part of it right up here in the front, so it kicked the front wheel out. Never steered as well as this bike will. But anyways, that's what I had, and then went overseas to the Philippines. I had to sell it. Her father passed away, so I sold it, get plane tickets, and I told her one day I'm going to get me another one and replace it. So just a couple days ago, I'm on Craigslist. There it was for sale. Super good deal. Of course, it's got some cosmetic issues, like this big old giant dent. You can't even really tell how big this dent is, but it's huge. But that's fine. It's got some good old-fashioned black tape on the seat and on the back seat, which is fine. These are my old saddlebags. Yeah, I'm going to actually get some saddlebags one day. But of course, my crack in the back fender there, I didn't notice. And then somebody put a big fancy boat trailer turn signal, it doesn't work, by the way, on there. and then no battery cover. But it is an Everstart, whatever brand that is. Everything else is in good shape. The petcock did leak, but I took it apart, put it back together and fixed it. But they put this coil is actually Crane, what's it called? Crane cams coil, so that's like $100. And then this quick detachable rear sissy bar setup's a few $100, like $3 I think. It's got that on there. Some guy on the internet bought this speedometer for his bike. He paid $300 for it. So, which seems kind of ridiculous, but that's what he paid. And yeah, so that's what the deal is. And I like this bike a lot, man. It's got a different master cylinder than my old one had. This one's kind of nice. It's chrome. It's got some different bars, but they're bent. They're actually bent. It's not exactly the same bend on it. This left side pulls back a little farther. And it's got nicer. Oh well, actually, all this is different than the one I had off my Yamaha because they were a different size bar. Everything was different on it. And because I had to do a whole nother front end off of the Yamaha, so I had a different headlight, different everything. But somebody's put a lowering kit on this, because you can see where they've squatted the front forks down, and it's got a lowering kit back here. Where's that? Right there it is. It's just a little bracket you can see, and it makes it go a little lower. Squats it down. These are Harley Davidson pipes. I'm going to assume they're aftermarket, maybe not. It's got mag wheels, which I like a whole bunch because you don't have a tube to worry about. Never even checked to see if the tail light worked, to be honest with you. Are my brake lights? Let me check it now. And let's see if it is. And that works. And nope. It's just on. Nope, there's a brake light. So my back brake light switch, so my front brake light switch don't work apparently. Back only. Let's try to start this bad boy. Turn the gas up, but let's try it. Oh yeah, now I just rode it, so it's already warmed up, but still, so you can hear how it sounds, which sounds good, runs good. I already turned the gas off, so it might run out any moment here. It's got a lot of power, a lot of torque. Yeah, it's already running out of gas a little bit. This it's a little bit loose here. I need to put something in there. Yeah, let's do that. Alright. Anyway, sounds good, runs good. Handles good so far. Handles so much better with this stock front end than the Yamaha Virago front end I had on my other bike. But over there is my Buell. It says Buell on my front sticker here. I've kind of ratted this thing out right here, but it runs great too. It's got a lot of power. It doesn't have as much torque, of course, as the Harley because it's a lot different bike. It's a 750 instead of a 1200. But I kind of ratted it out too. And you can see some of my rat detail work there. Coat hanger. This crash guard's actually off of a Harley Big Twin something or other. I just put it on there, put me some U-bolts around the frame, kind of hold it. And it works pretty good. My rear foot peg fell off, so I had to take this fence post. A buddy of mine at work handmade me a baffle to put in there, so I took this bracket off of BSA, 68 BSA, and welded it on there with my cheap Harbor Freight welder. $100. Welded that bad boy right up. Works good. Of course, my turn signals Had to remount them for some reason. I can't remember. I think for them saddlebags, but just a little L bracket. Good old-fashioned zip ties. They are on there permanently. And I took and drilled a hole through the sissy bar. Put me a genuine, probably aftermarket Harley Davidson sissy bar on there. Piece of foam padding. Chunk of hardwood right there. Got a backrest right there. Nice. And then of course the bolts broke, so I took some coat hanger wire. It's kind of flippy floppy, but it won't go past here. That's solid right there. Just run them wires through there. Since I kept breaking the bolts, they'd snap for some reason. I don't know why. But anyways, this is this bike. I don't even know how many miles on this thing. Let's check. How many miles do you got? 16,199. 16,000 miles, and Harley's got almost 23,000. This thing works good. Some reason the battery keeps discharging. I get a battery a year. Every year, new battery. So this year I started putting it on the trickle charger. Hopefully it'll last. So there must be a dead short someplace. I took all the chrome off here. Obviously, there's all the chrome's gone off of this Moto Guzzi, and it's just full of mud and dirt and grime. Just the way I like it. Right there, I got me some dirt bike hand guards. Keeps you warm in the wintertime, that's for sure. But because I broke this finger wrecking going down that driveway at about a half a mile an hour, fell over and smashed my hand on a sport bike. Broke this off. Not on this bike, somebody else did that where I bought it. But anyways, so I decided to put me some crash bars on there. Never break that hand again. And this has got some aftermarket windshield on there. It's not as big as I'd like. A turbo. I don't even know who makes it. Got some more genuine zip ties on that bad boy to hold it on there. Oh yeah. Sig Sauer gun sticker. Harvey's Pawn and Pistol from Tennessee, Knoxville. Old Sunoco sticker I found out of an old pickup truck a friend of mine had. He had two of them. He gave me both of them. That's the one that had enough sticky to stick on my fairing. BK K-bar knife. I met Becker, forgot his last name. Anyways, something Becker, Ethan Becker, who made a special knife, and he signed the box for me. I bought it from him in person at Smoky Mountain Knife Works in Smoky Mountain, Tennessee, in Sevierville. I guess that's Sevierville. Pigeon Forge. Anyways, I bought that there, and then I got a little Buell, so I kept that, put that on there. Hard Rock Cafe, if you notice, that's from Ueno Eki, Tokyo. Went to Tokyo, Japan, and got that sticker. Of course, that's where I'm from, Knoxville, Tennessee. Got my good old-fashioned O'Reilly Auto Parts hat there when I get off, and got a, helmet hair. But anyways, this is it, man. This is my Moto Guzzi 750 Nevada. Had to remount my horns on both sides. Got me a little lock there for my disc. But of course, I lost the key, so it's just a permanent fixture. And got my chain here in case of a big dog or something. Got me a little tool bag in the front. I've never had, this was broke off when I bought the bike, the cover. It's been through thunderstorms, rainstorms, all kinds of storms, and still works. So, don't know why I put the piece of tape on there. Not sure, but some reason, I'm sure at the time it seemed like a good idea. And but it runs good, man. 16,000 miles. But back to the Harley. This is a nice bike to me. Nice. Look at that nice dent right there. As you can tell, I love rat bikes, so this is actually on its way. On its way to being a nice rat bike here. I won a trophy at a club, I won't mention her name, here in Tennessee, La Follette. I got a rat bike trophy way back in probably about the year this bike came out. I think it was 97, 98 at one of their parties. My most treasured trophy I've ever got, rat bike trophy, at a motorcycle club near me. Their spring thing, something like that is what they called it. But it was on a bike like this. It was as rat as my Moto Guzzi. This one again's on its way. Here's my little Aussie shepherd. Hey girl. She would never ride, but she's a smart dog right there. Blue eyes. Smart dog, too smart. She even looks smart, don't you? She looks scary. You scare people. But anyways, that's my doggy. And that's my bike. So I make these videos for my kids and my grandkids, so hope you enjoyed it much as they will. Anyways, thanks for watching. Take it easy.